How would Earth be different if modern humans never existed? We have the ability to dramatically change our environment to meet our needs, altering the landscape in ways unlike any other species. But we also impact the animals that call the land their home by the ruthlessness of our hunting practices. A new study published in Diversity and Distributions has attempted to establish what the distribution of large mammals would look like if we had never come down from the trees in the first place. The new study, conducted by researchers at Aarhus University in Denmark, has concluded that the reason why Africa is the only place left where large mammal diversity has remained high throughout our history is not because the environment there is particularly favorable, but because they have survived the onslaught of human hunting. They then produced a projection of what the mammal diversity would look like in the rest of the world without us. Notably, the diversity in the Americas would be much greater than anything like what we see today. Northern Europe is far from being the only place where humans have reduced the diversity of mammals. It's a worldwide phenomenon, and in most places there is a very large deficit in mammal diversity relative to what it would naturally have been. The researchers predicted the distribution of now extinct animals based on their ecology, biogeography, and their current natural environmental conditions. Their prediction provided the first estimate of how mammal diversity would have looked without modern man's influence. They found that the diversity in the Americas should be much greater, with grasslands not unlike the Serengeti in Africa supporting giant sloths, herds of wild horses, and mastodons, all being preyed upon by short-faced bears and saber-toothed cats. Most safaris today take place in Africa, but under natural circumstances, as many or even more large animals would have undoubtedly existed in other places. In particular, parts of the New World, such as Texas and neighboring areas, and the region around northern Argentina and southern Brazil. The reason that many safaris target Africa is not because the continent is naturally abnormally rich in species of mammals. Instead, it reflects the fact that it's one of the only places where human activities have not yet wiped out most of the large animals. In a world without humans, more species would have gotten the space to breathe and exist in harmony with nature. According to research conducted by Trevor Worthy from Flinders University, Australia, the extinction rate would be roughly 100 times less than what it is today if the human footprint was almost negligible. Having said that, despite all the utopic might-have-beens that float the mind when you imagine a planet without modern humans, the bitter truth is that humans were an inevitable event. Homo sapiens, or the modern humans, if wiped off from the history of the planet, would have given space to other species of humans, such as the Neanderthals, who became extinct due to low genetic diversity. The point is that Neanderthals too would have evolved with time and would have made some significant changes. However, the debatable aspect of this perspective is that the changes might not have been as catastrophic as they are today. Thanks for watching.